Yes, sir. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy RegDolla. Welcome back to the Golden My NBA series. And last where we left off was Premiere Week, and we ended up simming all the way to the beginning of December 1st. And now we about to take a look at the recap of basically like the first 6 weeks of the season, a month and some change. And let's look at the standings. Let's start off by there. Leave a like on this episode. Do all that great stuff. Let's help grow this channel and this My NBA series because you know it's goaded. You feel me? But the best team in the league right now, we have in the Western Conference, we got the Denver Nuggets coming back for redemption, led by Nikola Jokic doing this thing. We'll take a look at his stats real soon. Then on the other side, the Charlotte Hornets being a surprise number one team in the stacked Eastern Conference, and LaMelo Ball is helping leading the team. They also had that big trade in the all season, adding Gary Trent and also Caleb Taylor. So this is the standing so far after basically a month. Well, it was like the last 2 weeks, October. So like I said, first 6 weeks of the season, and there's mad teams over 500 in the Eastern Conference. There's nine right here, uh, 10, 11. So we have 11 teams in the West that's just battling out for the top 10 spots. And as you can see, the Toronto Raptors right here, the big three of Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, and Scotty Barnes is only 500 at this point. I guess they're still getting acclimated and trying to adjust to each other. But I have no doubt when the season picks up, they're going to be a better team. They were the best team in the Eastern Conference last year at a 52-30 record. But the league is just so stacked, so you're probably not going to see as much 60-win teams anymore. And looking at the bottom of the conference, the most disappointing team right now is the Chicago Bulls, but they've been battling injury all year long. Zach LaVine might have, yeah, he just came back into the starting lineup. I know Lonzo Ball is out for a little. Anthony Day-to-Day Davis is doing his thing, but now on the let's go and look at the team stats and look at the best offenses and defenses in the league. And the number one offense is the Dallas Mavericks, led by Luka Doncic and them boys. And they got a really stacked roster, especially offensively. You got Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks who get buckets too. So you got Sabonis at the five, and Malik Monk is having a pretty good year coming off the bench. He's averaging 22. I mean, not 22. I'm wilding. He's averaging 12 points a game on 45 and 38 shooting splits. So pretty efficient coming off that. And let's take a look at what Luka doing. Yeah, Luka is wilding. 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists a game, and shooting at a very efficient 46 and 41 on definitely high volume. So Luka's hooping this season. The Pelicans also tied with number one. You got the Houston Rockets with the third best offense, but their defense is just as bad. Then they give up 119.4 points. That's ridiculous. Uh, the Bucks. So the offense is definitely picked up. Let's look at who's struggling offensively. This Utah Jazz, yeah, they're garbage. They are garbage. They traded for Cam Reddish and tried to give him a really big chance, and that hasn't paid off one bit. I know y'all just saw them shooting splits. I gotta bring it back. Cam Reddish is having an awful season, shooting 35, 28, and 77. He might be playing in I was about to say Wong Shanghai with Kevin Knox soon. Cam Reddish has looked like a bona fide bust right now, and he hasn't shot over 42% in his career. He's having a horrible, horrible career, and this is his best chance and opportunity to change the narrative around. They also got Colin Sexton. I think he's having a decent season, but they ain't really producing in no wins. They got rookie Joe Banks. But other teams that struggling, the Chicago Bulls, like I said, they're missing Levine for a little, and that's a big loss for them. The Phoenix Suns are also one of the struggling offenses. But let's look at the top defenses in the league. We got the Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons. All right, let's take a look at their roster and see the defenders that they got. You got Cade Cunningham, Tyree Smith, Sadiq Bey, Kyle Anderson, Clint Capella, Mo Bamba. So they got the little bit of rim protection in the wings with Sadiq Bey that could defend, Matisse Thybulle that could defend. K is also a pretty solid defender, and Tyree Smith is also 6'5", so they have a lot of length around on the squad. And also Paulo's on the team, and he's injured. The Los Angeles Lakers is one of the biggest surprises so far throughout the first month in the season. They're 13-7 after going 20-62 last year, so that's a huge turnaround for the Lakers. And the players that they really got hooping, Jimbo Jackson, the 5 that they drafted last year, he's been a tank, a monster. He was traded for the AD trade draft time last year. And this year, he's up to scoring up to 24 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1.5 blocks on 59%. Just improving his numbers across the board, just dominating. And he's looking like the new franchise center for the Lakers. And also, let's look at the rookie, what Danny Tyler is doing for the squad. He's giving you 16 points a game on 40% from three. Uh, that's pretty well. That's pretty good. And also giving you 6.6 assists. He's playing, having a really good rookie year so far. And the supporting cast is playing solid too. There's nobody too crazy, but they just play as a team. And they just have all solid players, a way better roster last year. And Moses Johnson for them is also struggling, but just overall as a team, they're producing, especially on the defensive end with the second best defense. And the third best defense is the Washington Wizards. And Washington is another surprise, well, not really surprise team to me, because I kind of called this in the Summer League video, that this team could be scary with Scooter Henderson, Marquise Allen, and Rich Mack. And they got a lot of young pieces, but they're 13-8, and with the top defense in the league with such a young squad, that's special right there. That's special. Also coached by Tyronn Lue too. So let's take a look at the players, what they doing. Scooter Henderson is having a phenomenal season. 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Then you got Kevin Huerter. They have starting him at the 2 to give them some shooting and spacing on that end. Then you also got Marquise Allen up in his scoring to 19 a game and also contributing just all around across the board on both ends of the floor. Denny Adea is also another solid, versatile defender. And then you got 7'3", 320 Rich Mack holding it down. And he's probably looking like the rookie of the year right now. We'll see what Reggie Mack is doing. He's also in that race. But Rich Mack has been dominant out the gate. 25 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3.4 blocks on 67% shooting. This man is an absolute monster, an absolute tank. And I wish we could see what Shaq was doing in his rookie year just to compare, because this man has been dominant. Dominant. Anchoring the third best defense as a rookie. Like, are you kidding me? You got the Phoenix Suns also up there. Basically, the rating differential is only about 0.1. And the Sacramento Kings, another surprise team. 26-56 last year. They're 12-8 to start off through their first 20 games. And that's due to no other than the culture changer, the number 1 pick, Reggie Mack. Tyrese Halliburton's scoring went down all the way down to 16, and efficiency is down. This is career low in efficiency, but he's still averaging 10 assists a game. But that doesn't matter because they got Reggie Mack averaging 26 points per game, 8.6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1.5 steals, and 1 block on 50, 40, and 79 shooting. Let me remind you guys, this guy's a rookie. Look at the numbers that he is putting up so far. Let's go and look at some of his recent games. First game, he had 33 points. Second game, he had 31, 11, and 6. And then the game that we played, he had 27, 6, and 6 against Jalen Green, a 31 against the Hawks. He's just been consistent. A 38-point game against the Lakers. Like, across the board, Reggie Mack has just been producing. And him and Rich Mack it's gonna be a battle, a war for who's gonna win the Rookie of the Year. Who else is contributing on that team? Let me give a shout out to a couple other players on this roster. You got Latrell Cross, the other big man, averaging 2.7 blocks per game, playing real solid. And they just have a really nice starting 5. AJ Griffin is starting to develop. You also got Jordan Poole coming off the bench, Davion Mitchell, Brandon Clark, Jackson Hayes. So this King squad has a really good future. And, all right. Think about what we could take a look at right now. The league leaders, let's go with that. Luka Doncic is leading the league in scoring. Jaylen Brown is in second place after losing his running mate and Jason Tatum, even though they picked up other pieces. But Jaylen Brown is showing that he is capable of being a superstar player. I don't know if I'm ready to call him a superstar yet, because my definition of a superstar is someone that could be the guy on the championship team, and it's usually like a top 5 to 7 players in the league. There's usually roughly around like 7 superstars in the league. And Jaylen Brown is challenging that narrative right now, the way he's playing so far this season. Giannis Antetokounmpo, what can I say, man? Another dominant season. It's just regular at this point for him. 29.7 points per game, 11 rebounds. He's shooting 36% from three, which is a career high for Giannis. So that is very scary. And he's also averaging 7 assists a game, 2 steals and 2 blocks. Giannis is just having a dominant season to start off. And the Finals MVP Zion Williamson is averaging 28 a game, career high in assists, and he's shooting terrible for three, but that doesn't really matter because you can't stop him. Jason Tatum, fifth in scoring, averaging 27 a game on his new team. Joel Embiid is also averaging 27. Donovan Mitchell, 27 for the New York Knicks. Uh, Having a really efficient season for it. Basically shooting 50% from the field. That's type wild. And Nikola Jokic averaging a triple double. He might be the MVP throughout the first 20 games so far. 26 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists. Just doing everything for the Denver Nuggets squad. And Reggie Mack is in the top 10 in scoring as a rookie. Jonathan Kuminga looks like he's taking that leap. The efficiency is improved. The 3-point percentage is basically around league average. So shout out to Kuminga for that. Anthony Edwards is averaging 26 a game. RJ Barrett is still trying to get to his bucket. The efficiency needs to get better for RJ if the Knicks really want to make a deep playoff run. He needs to get back to around that 35 to 37% from the 3-point and field goal percentage too. If he could get to that 45% mark with Donovan Mitchell doing his thing and DeJounte Murray doing his thing, that's absolutely deadly. MPJ is also in the top in scoring. Then you got Trae Young and John Morant basically putting up the exact same numbers. That's scary. LaMelo doing his thing. You got Cade Cunningham. So we just got so much talent across the league. And Gary Trent, he's another nigga that's been stepping up his game, basically averaging around like eight more points than what he did when he was on Toronto. He's getting more shine right now for the team, and he's hooping. Johnny Davis, most improved player last year. He is also doing this thing, hooping. Devin Booker. I don't know what's going on with Devin Booker. He needs to be more aggressive shooting. The efficiency is not there. He's shooting 41 and 34. He's having a really down year, only averaging 21 points, and that is his lowest since his rookie year. So Devin Booker is definitely going to need to pick up his play for that squad. Scotty Barnes is also hooping, so the Raptors have 3 20-point scorers. Anthony Davis not having a too good of a year, but let's see who's leading the league in rebounds. Jokic leading the league in boards. Okay, you got Jimbo Jackson and DeAndre in behind them. Assists. 8 players averaging double-digit assists. Now, this is history right here. We have, oh my God, LaMelo leading the league in assists at 11.6. Usually, what Cade Cunningham is doing could possibly lead the league in assists, but we have 7 other players higher than him, which is wild. So is this the best passes that we've seen in league history at one point? LaMelo, Trae Young, John Morant, Luka. You got the big man in Jokic. You got a point forward in Ben Simmons. And you got like the height differential. You got a 6'6", 6'1", 6'3", 6'7", 6'11", another 6'11", 6'5", 6'7", 6'8", and Josh Giddey. So the playmaking, oh my God, it's just the league is crazy, and so it's stacked. OG Anunoby is leading the league in steals, followed by Cam Reddish. Tatum also in that discussion. And Rich Mack is leading the league in blocks as a rookie. And Victor Wembanyama is starting to have a breakout year too. He's looking like one of the most improved players, averaging 18 and 10 and 4 assists a game and 3 blocks. He is hooping so far this season. Shout out to him. Yeah, we have a lot of rim protectors. The big man position is really backed. A lot of stacked big man. A lot of great rim protecting big man. Khalif Kingston, another rookie that's also in the top 15 in that position. Turnovers. No way really has crazy turnovers, but 2 Knicks. That is a little alarming. Mitchell Robinson leading in field goal percentage. You got Corey Cousins, a rookie that's up there, and Robert Williams, Rich Mack. So just all bigs, really. 3-point percentage, Marcus Morris is shooting at a 56% clip. You got Corey Kispert shooting at 53%. So we got some snipers, even though it's early on in the season so far. Uh, who getting fried? Let's see who's getting fried. Luka Doncic getting up the most points per game with 18. John Morant 17, and his opponent free throws. I ain't not free throw. Field goal attempts is lower, but they shooting at a higher percentage. Miles Turner is getting laid at the rim. Okay, Jalen Smith. Shit, I can see why the Lakers have one of the best defenses. Two guys up here. I'm just going through stuff just so y'all can see like where we at in this NBA so far. But the next video I'm definitely doing is I'm simming it to Christmas Day, and I'm probably gonna upload like five games in one video. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Cam Reddish, awful season. Awful season for him. Giannis is having a ridiculous season. A plus 8.8. Opponent field goal percentage is 39%. So he wilding. And Tyree Smith has been one of the best defenders. So is Clint Capella protecting the rim. 40%. What is people shooting him in a restricted area? Him and Giannis definitely in that race with defensive player of the year. Giannis probably takes the cake. Yeah, Giannis takes the cake right now. All right, let's look at some rookie love, and then I'll probably end the video over here. So we have a total of 13 rookies averaging double digits, 15 every round up. But like I said, Reggie Mack and Rich Mack are the clear standouts and the favorites for rookie of the year. And if it was probably any other year, you'll see Austin Mack and Jabari Mack in the race. Austin averaging 18, 6, and 5. Jabari averaging 18, 6 and 4, 1.5 assists. Jeremy Goodson is also playing pretty well. Needs to get the 3-point shooting up, but that was definitely the weakness coming into his rookie year for him. But he's playing really good. Danny Tyler, we already saw his stats. Rico Ryder is starting to get run, even though he just broke his finger, so that might have. He's probably not playing right now. I know it's a minor injury. Trent Beretta, I think he was the last lottery pick, one of the last lottery picks. Doing all right. Mo Davis, he is struggling. He's averaging 12 points per game, but the efficiency is not too good. 38% from the field, 34 from 3. But I think he's still a bright player. He's going to be a really good player. And the thing to look out for this OKC Thunder squad is what they're going to do with the influx of young talent. We go look at that real quick. And Carlton Davis, his brother, is playing better than Mo so far. Carlton actually started getting minutes after Fred VanVleet got injured. And he was hooping in the games that he started. 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. Shooting 50, 38, and 85. So we'll definitely like to see him get more minutes. He didn't get minutes when he first couple games of the season, but after Fred got injured, that's when he started to see more time. And hopefully he sticks in the rotation. Corey Cousins playing pretty good. Troy Mack playing solid, just filling the stat sheets. And we got Jay Anthony. Jay, I think he could be a star. Look at his numbers. He's only playing 19 minutes, 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Now, and look at the efficiency too. Now let's go to the per 36 minutes. 19, 9, and 9 per 36 for Jay Anthony on ridiculous shooting splits. So I think the Spurs have definitely got to insert him in the starting lineup and pair him and Jaden Ivey in the backcourt, and that's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous. And these are the other guys, other rookies, what they're doing. So overall, we got a lot of rookies that's kind of contributing. And then at the top, stacked. Stacked. I just can't wait till we get to the rookie sophomore game, because that's going to be probably the greatest collection of talent in the Rising Stars game that we ever seen. But I know, all right. That's what I want to show y'all the Thunder team. Nick Smith, he's getting all the opportunity in the world to prove that he could be that guy. Former number 2 pick, and he just been so inefficient. And I want to give Mo Davis a spot, but he hasn't been that much efficient either. He's taking 19 shots a game and only averaging 19. Like, that is alarming. He got his playmaking up, but other than that, shooting 30% from three is really alarming. Nick Smith, Trey Mann. You also got Trey Mann and Josh Giddey as the 2 point guards too. So you got that talent right there. Marcus Payne isn't shooting too good. Mario Ellington, he's having a pretty good season, but he's been injured a little bit. Oyeka Kongwu, he's the only one that's really solidified in his starting spot. But other than that, it's just who's better between Giddy and Trey Mann. They have a lot of decision making that they need to figure out as time goes on. Let's just run through this real quick. All right, we're about like 20 minutes in, so I'm gonna probably end it like a couple minutes. We got Michael Porter Jr. averaging 25 a game. Ricky Cruz just came back for whatever injury he had. I think it was like an ACL. He's averaging 18 and a half and 10 assists. So the Trailblazers looking like they have a really good future. Have like 7 guys averaging double figures. Am I right? That's probably 6. Just going through another 3 20-point scorers. Just going through this, John, so y'all can see where we at. Ayo averaging 15 a game, stepping up his play when Lonzo Ball is out, even though they still trash. Kyle Hennessy might have found his spot in the rotation, just shooting at a really good clip, a lights out shooter. Reminds me of like a poor man's Tyler Hero. The Cavs is not as good as they was last year. I don't know what's going on. Even though Mobley was out for a little bit and Jared Allen, so it might just be that. But their defense hasn't been as good overall this season. Celtics, they're the 10th spot right now, but the Celtics are in the Eastern Conference, so stacked. And I think they're probably going to get better as time goes on. Clippers, still the Clippers. Grizzlies, first year in the Eastern Conference. And we're expecting Jaden Hardy to take that leap, but I know he got injured a little bit, and that might have set him back. And he's 4th in shot attempts, so maybe if they start running more offense through him, that could really help them because they need another that go-to scorer other than John Morant to take off pressure for Ja. You got Trey and Shea with the backcourt full season of them together. It's deadly for opposing backcourts. Tyler Hero, another nigga that has been his efficiency has been garbage for the past like 5 years. I don't know what's going on with him, but the Heat look cooked, man. Jimmy Butler washed, and I don't know how they get better because Tyler Hero is supposed to be that guy that stepped up, and other than that, nobody's really been efficient. Bam is only shooting 48% from the field. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, that's the Hornets squad. They got a pretty good team. Caleb Taylor, he could hoop, man. He could really hoop. Averaging 19 per 36. Like to see him get more minutes. And probably have a lineup where you could put these 5 players out together. Like a small ball lineup with Royal Paris at the 5, Miles Bridges at the 4. Then you got Gary Trent and Caleb at the wings with LaMelo. That's a tough lineup right there. Fuck happened to Mitchell Robinson? Dog, this nigga Mitchell Robinson always hurt. It don't matter if it's real life or in the game. And the Jazz they are ass. These two, Cam Reddish and Jeremy Grant, are complete frauds. Shooting terrible from the field. Terrible. They might as well just give the keys to the young guys and Joe Banks, Dior Johnson, and Scott Kane. Get them some run. Improve them. Trade Rudy Gobert. He's most likely going to be traded very soon. The Kings. Reggie Mack is just from day one, he's been A1. Reggie Mack, that nigga's a bucket. He's him. The Knicks, they are tough. It's gonna be a tough team to be in a 7-game series. Nah, go hold you. Lakers, very surprising. A lot of people contributing for the roster. The Magic, they've been ass, but they got players developing. Jalen Suggs needs to be better. Oh, we have to take a look at injuries. All right, let's go through this real quick. Scotty Brown is basically out for probably till the playoffs. Maybe if he comes back. That's a big injury for them. He was hooping, having a breakout year. But injuries suck. Kevin Durant looks like he might have lost a step. KD might have lost a step. Shooting terrible from the field, but still shooting pretty good from three. Shaden Sharp, you thought he was about to have a breakout year, but it just hasn't been that. Keontae George playing pretty good. Brandon Ingram, he was also dealing with injuries, so the scoring is not up from there. You got the Paulo and Cade playing really good, and Tyree Smith making that leap to 18 a game. Pistons have a really good squad. The Raptors, without Bobby Portis, he tore his Achilles. We about to take a look at the injuries after we get through all this real quick. Jalen Green's also averaging 27. I know he was dealing with injuries a little. Kevin Porter Jr., I don't know how. I don't like him as a point guard, personally. I don't like him as a point guard. I feel like the Rockets probably going to need to move on from him and get an actual point guard to pair up with Jalen Green in the backcourt. Also, Derek Whitehead is stepping up this year, upping his points to 16 a game. And hopefully he can get the three-point shot eventually. But I think they need to do something at the point guard spot. But overall, they have a lot of people contributing for the Rockets. The Spurs, Kayvon Kabongo was hooping in the summer league. You thought he was about to take that second year jump, but he's just been horrible as a number one guy so far this season. Jaden Ivey, he got injured a little and has a little bit of a slow start, but I think he's gonna pick it up as the season goes on. Jabari Smith, 16 a game, and the Spurs also have a lot of people averaging double figures. Devin Booker, like we said, he needs to pick it up. The Thunder we talked about already. And we basically ran through all this team. So let's go and look at the injuries real quick before we end this off. And the Raptors, two big blows to their centers. Isaiah Stewart out for the season. Bobby Porter's out for the season. And these are the other big injuries. Robert Williams fractured his leg. Kyle Kuzma broke a vertebrae. Is there any big injuries to the top stars? No, there isn't. So this is basically where we're at in the NBA. Like I said, where we're going to next is December 25th, Christmas Day. It's your boy RegDolla. Be goated. You know this. I'm out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, leave a like button, hit the subscribe button, and yes, sir, I'm out.